Hello, everybody. Today is Wednesday, April 1st, and I wish wherever you are that you are listening to this video, you are doing well, and your family, your friends, your community, they all are doing the best we can during this time that we are collectively in it together. As I was talking to so many people as I coach around the world, and with so many different medias, either from the phone or Zoom meeting and through the emails communication, I notice that there's a lot of different challenges is coming up, and I'm not the expert for the whatever is happening, the pandemic, so I have nothing to say about that. But I am someone to work with so many people for so many years, and as a polarity practitioner, as a body worker, as a Kundalini yoga and meditation instructor, I know for sure that there are so many different levels we are dealing with whatever comes at us in the life circumstances. And this pandemic is not different from another life circumstance. The scale is huge worldwide, but as a human being, our reactions could be the same. So I want to touch based on different levels that we are dealing. So first, we are not just this physical body. Yes, when it comes, we are concerned for our health, not even ourselves, but our loved ones, our community, people that they are in front line. So the physical health is one that we are dealing with. That's the first thing. And it doesn't end there. So physical body, there are so many things that we can do as preventative, not going out or cover our face, cover our hands, limit the distancing and social interactions, and all that. As a social being, we are not used to that. So it creates another chaos in our mental and emotional process. And that's where the challenge comes from, when we don't have enough spiritual practice to ground ourselves and to trust ourselves. So there are so many different layers. The physical one, yes, there are so many things we can do to prevent that. And then when, God forbid, it happens, it's going to go to the next level. So which I'm not going to talk about that because I'm not the expert for that. But when you're living by yourself, it's much, much easier. You just have to deal with your own thought process that you're by yourself and all that. But when we are living in our home with a family, and if we chose to have our elder ones to come and stay with us, or have the neighbor to come and stay with us, however the dynamic is, that what's the challenge gets really, really to the test. And so the first is our emotional process. As I said, we are not used to this challenge. It's all of us, it's new. And just know that we are all so different. Even in the same household, we are all so different to deal with this. And then it takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of compassion to know that, for example, the next person living with me in the house might have completely different outlook and view of what's happening. It's true, either we want it, we accept it, or we believe it. We all have our own world and the reality that we are living in, based on our own emotion and mental process, the food we eat, the places that we go, the people that we surround ourselves. We all have a different vibration, so therefore we see different reality, and we all living in a different reality. And put all that together in one household is just like, everybody's watching a different channel, and it can create a little bit of, not little bit, chaos. So, and we are not used to that. It looks like we are all watching our daily life. I actually had a public talk about 2 years ago about how we go to our life daily and we think everything is the same. So it looks like somebody took the remote control from our hand, from what was the reality we were watching, and now things are different. So emotionally and mentally we are challenged. And again, the only thing that I suggest and I see through the people that I talk to, if we have a strong spiritual practice to ground ourselves, live in the now moment, and process the information and the facts that they are coming. And if you are a person that your information and your facts is only based on either the Facebook or TV or the news or your neighbor or whomever, I'm not making any of them wrong. But when we are bombarded with all these sorts of information that whomever is posting is based on their own consciousness, based on their level of understanding of what's happening, either it causes comfort for us, or either it causes fear, and we don't know what to do, where to go, because we are being challenged that we were kind of sleeping, that everything is rosy, and the healthcare system, there is a system, and the politics, there is like order, and we know when the chaos is coming, it's handled. And now we are faced with, no, I have to know what to do for myself and my family. And many of us are challenged by finances. Either they're not going to work or not receiving enough money because things are not the same. So these are not new news to you. What I want to say is, it's not only our fear about our physical health. It's about our mental and emotional process that takes us to a place that is far worse than getting the virus and deal with it, especially when we are in a community, in a family, and living with some other people and dealing with some other people. So my suggestion is to have very, very strong spiritual practice. From your meditation, from your mantra. You hear from me many, many, many thousand times. The first thing that you wake up in the morning, the first thought, the first vision, the first emotion that comes to you, that dictates your whole day. If you can see for yourself, one day you are very good, you can handle it, it's good, and you cheer people up, and you help others, and then the next day everything is just like going down, and you don't know why. Because the first thing we wake up in the morning, we are not grounded to what's happening right now. We don't have enough gratitude for, okay, I have a roof, I have food, I have my clothes, I'm not middle of the heat or cold. I'm in the comfort of my home. But what's the thought process? We are forced to stay home rather than, how can I use this great opportunity to better myself? Do you know so many people, they go for 10-day silence meditation? I did it twice myself, and that was one of the, not the most, but one of the best practices that I learned. So we can all use this. have the silence be in your home. But we just want to talk and talk and talk because we want to get rid of that fear and anxiety that's inside of us, and we don't know what to do with it, and the only thing we know is just project it to other people, because the whole reality is a projection anyway. And since I was talking to one of my clients and it just came up, so I thought it's fresh, so I can speak to it, not making anybody wrong. Actually say that let's have compassion for each other. Let's just take a deep breath in, take a step back and see what's going on, so we can collectively take it day by day by day. Because we thought it's maybe 2 weeks, and then say, oh, okay, it's a vacation, I'm 2 weeks at home and do whatever I do. And then now it looks like at least for the end of April we're gonna stay home, and not just stay home, but the things are getting escalated and going to a like next level. But the fact is, it's not gonna stay forever. If we look at the history of mankind, we are just a small fracture of that time. Yes, it might take 1 month, it might take 2 months. And as many predicted, starting 2012, that we are going through the Aquarian age. And I'm an Aquarian teacher, Kundalini Yoga Aquarian teacher. So starting 2012, nothing is the same, but we were not listening. How many times we hear, go meditate, stay healthy, eat healthy, choose wisely. We didn't listen because it just looks like somebody said fire, and say, oh yeah, it's not gonna do anything to me. Now we are on fire collectively on the whole planet. So maybe we start to listen. So again, what I want to say is have a strong spiritual practice. Spiritual, whatever you translate for yourself, from your books, from your practices, from your gurus or whomever you trust, have a strong practice for yourself. That when you wake up, you're going to do this, you stay grounded, you have the compassion for yourself first. Always fill your cup first, and then give it out. And then when you feel that peace and calmness inside of yourself, you can bring it to your household, you can bring it to your community. And then when everything is going to normal, we can come out and play. And my hope and my prayer is we are not going back to what we had. This is my true prayer, because what we had took us to this moment collectively, all of us, including myself. It's not finger pointing, it's nobody's fault. We all are in it together. We brought ourselves to this point, and it takes every single individual to take us to the next one. Promised land, heaven on earth, whatever you imagine, it's possible. So I request and I invite you to practice spiritual practice for yourself. Don't give in to your mental and emotional process, which is all just 1 minute. The thought comes and it goes to the head, and the hormones based on that thought comes to the body, and we feel the emotion, and the emotion causes and triggers another thought, and it becomes a vicious circle, and we're going to be trapped in that. Put that aside. Come back to your own practice, to your breathing, to your meditation, to your trust that all is well, and we all going to get through that collectively. When, I don't know, but I'm sure we will. And until then, let's practice. And then also I'm going to invite you to join me on April 4th, 7:45 p.m. Arizona local time for a global meditation. And if this gives you comfort, it gives me comfort that April is a 4th month and the 4 is an angel number. And 2020 is also a number 4. So April 4, 2020 is 444. It's like angelic time and date that is happening. And I invite you to join me for that meditation as well. I hope the health and happiness and prosperity comes to the other side of this chaos. Love to you all.